Good afternoon, guys. My name is Anthony, and welcome back to another update on Project 5. So, this week, a lot of the updates are under the hood, meaning I had to change a lot of code in order to add modularity to my project. However, I really can't show that. When I get to a spot where I implemented that modularity or the modular aspect of it, I will talk about it. However, I really can't show that um, physically, in a sense. But I do have some cool updates I added. The first one is, if I pick up this ring, this is the fire ring. I have new abilities. So let me just kill this guy so I can showcase them. Okay, wait till I reload. Alright, so the first thing that we have is the ground attack. It is kind of like a shotgun. So you see the 3 fire pellets shoot out, and when they hit enemies, they do damage. The second one is a cool mechanic for a traversal as well as damage. It is a double jump. Okay, so it does propel you the same distance as a traditional jump. And if I have multiple rings, I could jump, for example, double jump, triple jump, quadruple jump, as many jumps as I can hold. Now, the reason why I implemented that double jump is because I also added a new mechanic, which is down here. It's this green goo. If I step on this green goo, it acts like glue. So I can't jump as high as I normally would, and I can't walk as fast. Okay, so over here, you see I'm faster. I also still have these secret areas. I can actually show off the triple jump now, but I can't jump as much. So the reason why I add that jump is because when I'm here, I can use it to get out of it. Pretty cool. So I can go one, do it one more time. One, and then grapple here, and then I can get back up here. Another thing is that I said is we can do a triple jump now. So let me show you guys that. We can do 1, 2. But the difference is I can't do the triple or the 2 jumps in quick succession. So for example, I can't do jump and then like spam to do a triple jump to go up here. Instead, it's more of a horizontal traversal mechanic, meaning that I can go like 1, 2 to get this way. But I can't go 1 spam and try to go up there. So let me see if I can get these rings back, because I do have to show more. Ouch. Yeah, we're good with just 1 for now. Okay. So let's swing off over here. I have another big update coming up. Now, actually, while I'm doing this, I wanted to talk about the modular aspect that I added to the code. The first one is I added more things to the player state. So I added the grapple hook to the player state because it wasn't like that before. It was just in my main character script. But now I added it or implemented it into a grapple state, so it's easier to code and also to understand. The next thing I did is coming up. It's the next room. It's also modular, meaning I could update them, add more enemies, do whatever I need to them in order to make more varieties. So all right. So here is a dungeon. As you can see, this is a room where it's kind of sectioned off. When I walk into the middle of the room, you see there's a door on the left and a door on the right. It will close and it'll spawn enemies, and I have to kill all the enemies in order to leave. So, as you can see here, the door's closed, and we gotta kill all these enemies. And then you see, once I kill all the enemies, it opens up the doors, and it does spawn a chest. Now, as you see in the beginning of this game, I do have like 4 or 5 chests laying there because I wanted to test out the abilities. However, in the actual game, it's going to be like you have to complete dungeons or certain activities in order to get these chests. So, and also you can kind of see here in this room, I did add the glue. The problem is the glue is not working because I have to code that in. However, once I get these dungeons to connect to the terrain of the actual main scene, then the glue will work. Now, this is what I wanted to talk about, the modular aspect, is if I wanted to create a new dungeon with new terrain and new enemies, I can do that by just using the template that I made and just modifying the template and then making a new scene. So you'll see this is one of the dungeon scenes that I made, but if we come over here, I made a second dungeon, and this one actually spawns the spewer as well as the slime. So pretty much, if I wanted to add, let's say, some platforms up here, right? I can add that, and I can also make it so spewers only spawn up here. If I wanted to add a slime or two slimes, and they spawn in this corner, and then let's say a new enemy later on that I make is also spawning in here, well, I can do that as well. This is where I spent most of my time, is trying to make that code so that I have a base template of a dungeon, which kind of looks like this. It's just like a normal box, and it has a couple of lights in it, and it does have the chest spawn. It just doesn't have the enemies. So I can choose the enemies, and it doesn't have any extra platforms or any extra terrain, because I can add that later on. So it's pretty cool. As you can see, the chest still works as normal, and I still get my rings. And then that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for tuning in to this week's update on Project 5. If you have any questions or any advice on what I should add next, please let me know. Thank you, and have a good day.